randomize the list for 75 Tops Mini. There are 10 cards in this pack. The two biggies, Robin Yount and George Brett in PSA 10. I got to check the numbers. PSAcard.com is a great pricing tool now. But I think that the last PSA 10 of Brett, probably about 20,000-ish. Robin Yount in PSA 10, about 7,500. And of course, you're talking Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, probably thousands of dollars a piece. So we're going to roll the dice right now.
Pack 19.
Pack
19.
Yeah, the thing is, they might be common in, and this is what we've talked about the 55 Bowman Mantle. A lot of reporters I've spoken to in the last several weeks have asked Lou, well, what is it about the 1955 Bowman Mantle that, makes it so special? I said, nothing in particular other than it's one of the best conditioned copies in the entire world, and it sat undisturbed from 1955 until a few weeks ago. So it's the same kind of thing with 75 Minis. You want to go out and buy a set on eBay after we're done on the show today, Lou? Yeah, you could buy a really nice set for $500. You can't buy a PSA 10 George Brett for $500, but you certainly can buy a nice George Brett as part of your set. All right.
Pack 19.
Pack 19, 75 Mini.
7 times?
6 times, 4 and 2. We're going to now randomize a list for everyone, Lou, 6 times. And so for the folks at home that may be a little bit new to Vintage Breaks, these are all the names, 1 through 10 there, that are in on this break, meaning they bought at least one spot at VintageBreaks.com. The price on 1975 Mini is $21.50. I think there's a current pack available on the site. And so can you imagine for $21.50, you pulled a George Brett rookie that got a PSA 10? I mean, you would lose your mind.
Leighton, I don't know if it's foreshadowing or not, but that is pack 19. 75 Tops Mini pack number 19.
I've been trying. I don't play the lottery, and I sounded very ignorant the other day, so I go to the local Krausers around here, and I said, I want to play the number 19 in the lottery. What do you got? And he said, what do you want to play? I said, number 19. What do you want to play? Number 19. I felt like, who's on first? Sold? 100%. This is what happened. I walked out with 3 scratch-offs. I gave 1 to my wife. I gave 2 to our nurses for our son. I said, good luck. I really don't play scratch-offs. I just wanted to play 19. I'll have to do it at the roulette table next time I go down there. I don't know. I think that we realized there was a breakdown in communication, that I wasn't getting to play 19. And so I honestly felt a little bad. And I felt a little lucky recently. So I figured, you know what? If I make one of those 3 people happy, they're all good people. I'm happy to do that. But I don't think they won. Or if they did, to be fair, Lou, they didn't tell me. Listen, Lou, I would love to hang out with you, right? And I think I got the feeling that Tom and Rico might even enjoy this kind of trip. We're going to have to talk to each other on like a Friday when we all have, we can cancel plans. And, maybe we'll all meet at Foxwoods or something for an evening. Bet you have a lot of fun. Yeah, I think so too. And before I forget, Luke, 'cause I know it's going to be a hectic, New Haven as well. It will be a hectic half hour. Let's see if the boys, Tom and Rico, want to do something for tomorrow night with the 54 Bowman. It'd be great to dual stream that. Yeah, we'll talk to them when we go offline. So anyway, 75 Tops Mini coming up. John, the list is ready to go, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Great. So the first card coming out will be right underneath the gum. That's card number 1 going out to Greg. Card number 10 is going out to Eric. And you can see everyone else in between on there. Good luck to Daniel, Manuel, Matt, Jim, Sebastian, and Eric. All right, here we go. So, John, just in the interest of time, I'm going to go through them one at a time like I just did, and I'll hand you the pack at the end of sleeve.
You want to hand it to me first, put it here in the shot?
What do you think's better?
Just for in case, you don't want to drop it.
Sure. I think what we're going to do is go like this. So this is how I opened it, right? So the first card's on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So card number 1, and for our new way of doing it, this is kind of fun, Lou. This is our new way. We're going to keep the suspense with each and every card. I think it's a little bit better for everyone. So we're going to show you the cards as we go, and then we'll have John, just in the interest of time, sleeve it off camera. That's Rico Cardi, extremely sharp. And if I'm not mistaken, he was a hell of a ball player. Not, yeah. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 coming up. Looks like we have a rookie card There is a few Hall of Fame rookie cards in the set, so we'll see. This is Dennis Leonard, so not a Hall of Famer, but Dennis Leonard was probably, what, a number 3 kind of starter, if you had to guess? Yeah, something like that. A couple other guys I recognize, certainly recognize Tom Underwood. So Charles T. from YouTube brings up, didn't someone try to corner the market on 75 Mini? Yeah, his name was Charles Conlon, not the famous photographer, but a different Charles Conlon. There was a test run largely in the Detroit, Michigan area, or in the Michigan area, and I believe that's where Charles was from. And he bought out when they couldn't really sell it and sat on it for a long time. People thought he was crazy, and he ended up doing very well for the product. It's wonderful. Yep, he was a good ball player. He was an all-star, as you can see here on his 75 Mini card a few times. That's card number... Yeah, I thought so. Card number 4 is coming up right now. This is Manuel, who's going back-to-back. Manuel is a very loyal supporter of Vintage Breaks. We appreciate it so much. Bud Harrelson, extremely sharp, but as you can see, the centering god's not that nice on that one. Interesting. Yeah, I think on Buddy, you're almost certainly right about that. Now, Jim Peak is saying on YouTube that Rico is a batting champion. I assume he means Rico Cardi. Because I feel like I've known Rico Petrocelli now for a little bit. I feel like if he won a batting title, we would be talking about that a lot more often. Okay, there's Bobby Mitchell. That's card 5. Card 6 is coming up. Ooh, we got a World Series card. These are always fun. So do I, because every now and then, of course, you're going to land a big star on that. But it's just still fun if you're a baseball fan to see that. Wow, I wouldn't have guessed. I would have never guessed Rico Cardi even won a batting title. Forget about hit 366. Yeah, sure, yeah, not. There's a 75 Mini checklist, which I'm sure is tough and high grade. This one is minty fresh. Unfortunately, is off center top to bottom. Willie Montanez. How do you say it, Lou? Montanez? Okay. I definitely have heard of him, but unfortunately, he's also off-centered. So here's the thing. No one really knows. Because we've seen centering change in the middle of packs. I mean, look, even George Hendrick, who, by the way, was also one of those good ball players. Not a Hall of Famer, but he was a good ball player, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. So, yes, but not every card you can see in the pack was like that. So the point is, no one kind of really knows. And to be fair, the technology wasn't great. And it really could have been a situation where the technology wasn't great. Maybe it was Friday and that was their happy hour and they were starting drinking on the job. Listen, obviously I'm somewhat facetious, but who knows? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but I'm sure some big, machine or something. So that was a nice pack. Sharp, obviously not all of them centered. No Hall of Famers, but a couple really good ball players. There's the World Series card that we talked about.